आज हम नेल्सन मंडेला अ वॉक टू फ्रीडम क्लास 10th का चैप्टर के एक्सट्रैक्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आंसर्स कर रहे हैं. फर्स्ट एक्सट्रैक्ट. टुडे ऑल ऑफ अस डू बाय आवर प्रेजेंस. प्रेजेंस मीन्स उपस्थिति. हियर व्हाट ओकेजन इज बीइंग रेफर्ड टू इन दिस एक्सट्रैक्ट. तो कौन से ओकेजन को रेफ़र किया गया है. द एक्सट्रैक्ट रेफर्स टू द inauguration of the first democratic and non-racial government of South Africa. Second question, where did this historic ceremony take place? Democratic inauguration of the first democratic कहाँ हुआ था. It took place in Union Buildings Amphitheatre in Pretoria. Why was this occasion historic? उसको हिस्टोरिक क्यों कहते हैं. बिकॉज इट मार्क द एंड ऑफ अपार्थीड. अपार्थीड मीन्स भेद, रंग के आधार पर भेदभाव करना, नस्ल भेद. इट मार्क द एंड ऑफ अपार्थीड एंड द बिगनिंग ऑफ अ डेमोक्रेटिक लोकतंत्र गवर्नमेंट. सेकेंड एक्सट्रैक्ट. वी हु वर आउटलॉज मीन्स जो कानून से बाहर किए गए लोग. नॉट सो लॉन्ग एगो. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, whom does we refer to? We refers to the black South African freedom fighters who had struggled against apartheid. Why were they called outlaws? They were treated as outlaws because they opposed the unjust apartheid laws. What change had taken place in South Africa? South Africa had changed from white supremacy to a democratic government. अब हम थर्ड एक्सट्रैक्ट करेंगे. थर्ड एक्सट्रैक्ट है, for decades this had been the seat of white supremacy. White supremacy श्वेत प्रभुत्व, जो श्वेत white people थे. What does white supremacy mean? It means a system in which white people considered themselves superior to other races and controlled them. What had existed in South Africa for decades? A system of racial discrimination and white domination had existed for decades. What did the inauguration symbolize? It symbolized the end of white supremacy and the beginning of democracy. The structure they created formed the basis of one of the harshest and most inhuman societies. फोर्थ एक्सट्रैक्ट है. स्ट्रक्चर मीन्स व्यवस्था या ढांचा. हार्शेस्ट सबसे कठोर. इनह्यूमन अमानवीय. तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट स्ट्रक्चर इज मंडेला रेफरिंग टू? मंडेला इज रेफरिंग टू द apartheid system, a system of racial discrimination. Why does Mandela call it inhuman? He calls it inhuman because it denied black people their freedom, equality and basic rights. What was the effect of apartheid? It caused suffering, humiliation, discrimination and inequality. A fifth extract है, the policy of apartheid created a deep lasting wound in my country. नस्ल भेद ने बहुत गहरा घाव बनाया था. What wound does Mandela refer to? He refers to the racial hatred, discrimination, suffering and division caused by apartheid. Why was the wound deep and lasting? It affected several generations and created long-lasting divisions among people. What does this extract tell us about apartheid? It tells us that apartheid was a cruel and destructive system of racial discrimination. No one is born hating another person. What does Mandela say about hatred? अब ये हैक्सिक क्या? No one is born hating another person. Mandela says that hatred is learned. People are not naturally born with hatred. लोग hatred करना सीखते हैं. जब born होते हैं तब hatred नहीं होती है उन्हें. What can be taught instead of hatred? People can be taught love, kindness, compassion, and understanding. What does this statement reveal about Mandela? It reveals his belief in peace, love, equality, and reconciliation. Seventh extract. I was not born with a hunger to be free. What does hunger to be free mean? It means a strong desire, तीव्र इच्छा to live freely, स्वतंत्रता से, without oppression, without उत्पीड़न और पाबंदियों के बिना, restrictions. When did Mandela's desire for freedom develop? It developed gradually when he became aware of the sufferings of his people. How did his idea of freedom change? It changed from wanting personal freedom to wanting freedom for all his people. At first, as a student, I wanted only freedom for myself. What kind of ये extract 8 है? What kind of freedom did Mandela want as a student? He wanted personal freedom to live his life according to his own wishes. How did his desire change later? Later he wanted freedom for his family, his people, and all South Africans. What does this change show about Mandela? It shows his transformation from a person seeking personal freedom to a selfless freedom fighter. It shows his transformation from a person seeking personal freedom to a selfless freedom fighter.